talk about immunization, but we have to immunize people against this really evil threat.
And one last one, the honourable member for Kitchener Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And you know, I wish it didn't take a great parliamentarian to retire to turn down the partisan temperature in this place. But maybe it's fitting, because in the short time I've been here, it's everything I've known of the honourable member for Toronto St. Paul's. That when she was the Minister for Mental Health and Addictions, she was keen to hear from me about advice with respect to the upcoming budget, and in fact was keen to push for a really critical program, the Substance Use and Addictions program. When it came to announcing funding on behalf of the Government of Canada, she was keen when she arrived in my community to ensure that all parliamentarians from that place were present and supportive there. And we heard it from her again this afternoon. And so I join colleagues in thanking her for her service to this country over the last 26 years. We are all better for it. And one aspect of her advocacy that I've particularly appreciated is her advocacy for electoral reform as part of how we improve our democracy. And as a parting thought, I'd love to hear more from her if she'd be open to sharing with us her reflections on how we continue to move forward on electoral reform. Thank you.
And the last word to the honourable member for Toronto St. Paul's.
Well, thank you, and I thank the member for the push on electoral reform. I think that we are learning as we choose our leaders and choose so many things on ranked ballots that's a good way to start in municipal politics. I've always thought on electoral reform, we have to start by having citizens understand that, in 1993, the Conservatives were able to get, 20-some% of the vote and 2 members. I think that to see that you could get a separatist government in the province of Quebec with really less than a majority. And so I think there's a risk. We have to teach that first, and then we should move on what would be the best thing to do in this big, huge country, coast to coast to coast, where the land and the people are important.
Thank everyone for their interventions for the honourable member. It's my duty pursuant to our standing order